Hey everyone, this video I'm going to talk about writing the test for microservice, and this microservice I have written in the previous video and explained in detail. So that service was about COVID-19 alert service, right? So before explaining this COVID alert service and proceeding to the test for writing the test for this microservice, let me show you the course plan, just brief you. So this one is the page that you can see, and so far we have we have written this microservice, and this link is going to be updated very soon. When you watch this video, this will be updated. So unit test is the scope of this video, that this one I'm going to cover, and all other topics are coming here as per this page, right? So now coming to the explanation of the project that we have. So in the project we have one class, that is alert controller, we have which is contacting the alert service is contacting data provider, and this data provider is actually contacting the external third party provider that is giving the data for processing to our service, right? So how we will be proceed by for writing the test. So usually you write the test for the business logic. All the business logic are residing here, right? So I'll be writing the test for alert service, then data provider, then alert controller is basically there. So if you are the end user here, you are contacting with controller, right? So that is part of the server that you are calling the endpoint. It is being intercepted by the controller, and then the task is delegated to this alert service. So this alert controller test is going to be a bit of integration test, right? So we will be learning both the things, integration test and unit testing, into this one, and we will be executing and creating the artifact through the build, and how to run all the test cases together, and how to see the report of all the test execution, and if there are any test case failure, how to debug and fix that one, right? All of this I'm going to cover. So let me take you to the project and explain you this in detail. So this is the COVID alert service application, which I have explained in detail in the previous video. So this is the project structure, how it looks like. This is the controller, DTU and service, and we will start writing the service from alert service, where actual business logic is there, right? So here if I show you, there are two public methods. First is here get alert about state, and second is this small liner get overall summary, right? So I'll be writing the test for this one, then we'll proceed to the next one, right? So let's go ahead and write the test class. So to write the test, you have to move to the test package, go here, and here it should be here, Java class. So the package structure also should be same that as the source code, so that it's easy to locate that that test that is there, right? So alert service test, right? So here, no, I do not want to keep this. Okay, so first thing, alert service that we are putting under test. So I have to create the instance of that one. I have to take that, so make accessibility private, and see. So while writing the test, you should keep an eye on the source class for which you writing the test, what dependencies it has. Now I have this dependency, so I need this one as well. So COVID-19 alert data provider, and make it private, right? And this one I'm going to mock, and here I'll be creating the actual instance of this one, right? So void setup, and writing the before each, right? And if I want to avoid this one before each, I can just write the another inject mocks, right? And when you are using annotations @mock, @inject mocks, so I have to call one initializer method here, right? So which will be mockito annotations init mocks, and this. So why I am doing this init mocks? So when you are using @mock and @inject mocks, so that the instance of this one is created properly @mock, right? And the dependency that this mock is there, so that will be auto wired with this alert service with this @inject mocks annotation. So what it will do, it will create the alert service in instance with the dependency that it has COVID data provider dependency. So I have also here mock instance of that one, so that will be injected automatically by the application when you run the unit test, right? So now our application, our class is ready to be unit tested, can interact with other stuffs. So write the first scenario, right? So first we will be writing get alert about state. So void test this one, right? And first annotation is test, right? And you can put some display name here to make it more readable. So what condition you want to test first, right? So this is how it goes. Set summary data here. So first I want to test this if block, right? If state data dot get confirmed is less 1000, right? So display name I can say when less than 1000, right? So this is the display name to make it more readable. So now start writing. So from where we are getting data, we are getting this data from here. So I have to use the mock to dot when COVID-19 provider dot get state data. So I can pass any string, anything that is passed, it should return, then return state data. So I need the instance of this state data, right? So I have to create the sample value of that one. So now create this instance. This instance is created. Now I have to populate the things that we need, right? So get total confirmed cases, not at the get but set total confirmed cases. How much I need? Less than 1000, so I can put the 100. So this is the total number of confirmed cases that I'm putting here. So what about the other data that state data has here? So if I show you this one, so only this get total confirmed cases, total confirmed cases are being used. So if when it will be executed, this will be executed and alert status will be returned from here, right? So to populate the this return data, I need this total confirmed cases only. Other data members that are there, they are not being used, so I do not need to initialize those one, right? So that will be of no use, right? So that's it. This is all that I need for the state data for this particular functionality, right? So here Mockito, what it is doing, get state data, any string that you will pass inside this one, it will be returned the state data that is here. So I'll get always this one, right? So now call the actual one, that is alert service dot get alert about state. So if I say, for example, I want to get the data for Arunachal Pradesh, right? So what, set the local variable here, status. Now here we are making the actual call to get alert about a state for particular state. And how will be the flow? This will be the flow right here, and as per our scenario that we are testing, this block will be executed, right? So what will be the result? The alert status that will be returned, the alert level will be green, and the set measures to be taken will be everything is normal. So just putting spelling here, everything is normal, right? So this is the result that we will get actually. So this is what I am expecting as well, right? So here assert equals expected get alert label, it is comparing that one, right? So I can move this one and put it at static. So this is comparing the alert label. Same way I can compare the other thing, get measures to be taken, assert equals, I can pass arrays dot as list So both lists can be compared, right? So I can copy the result from here so that there is no mistake, right? So the list will be compared, that their content will be compared. So this is the list that will be written and this is the expected list that I need, so both will be compared, right? And the next thing what we have under the alert status, I have summary data as well, right? So compare that one as well. Assert equals. So here we have compared all the data that is there under the alert status. So alert status has alert label, measures to be taken, and summary data. So I have to compare all the things that being written. So alert label we have compared, list we have compared, and state data. It is same as this one. Under alert service we also set the state data that is being written. So this is all. So these are the three steps that we have done. We have initialized the sample data that is to be written. This is the mockito behavior that I have mocked the behavior of this get state data. So I pass any string into here, it is going to return the same data so that I can get this green one. So it is not dependent on COVID-19 data provider in actual use, in actual execution, but it is bound to this instance that I have just written here. So let me run this one and show you. If it is running properly, I'll be writing the other cases as well. Yeah, so everything is as expected, so things are working properly. So let's go ahead and write the other case, right? So let me copy this one, test. So just name it more readable, test, name the green, and here name it orange. So when we get the orange status, when we have more than 1,000 cases, right? So for example, I am putting here 1,005 cases, right? So if I show you this logic, so if the total confirmed cases are greater than 1,000 and less than 10,000, we get this state. So now we have to test two conditions, right? It should be greater than 1,000 and less than 10,000. So boundary conditions should be tested, right? So if I 1,005 that is coming under that scenario, so I can go ahead and set total confirmed cases and mockito behavior, get state data. This line is going to be the same, so any string I put, it should be there. So get alert about state, so just change this string. So I putting Uttar Pradesh here, right? So and here now it will be orange status, and here summary data will be same, and this is going to change. I can get this one from here, right? Array list, right? So both will be compared. So you may be wondering that all the expected data I am taking from here, right, directly from the business logic. So this is how it is, the small business logic that is here, that is why I'm taking. There is expected data you can calculate manually, and I know that it must be written based on this data, right? Same thing I want to check, that if I 1,005 is passed, orange is being returned, and this is being returned or not. And because the same thing I want to test, right? So whether it should not be case if I'm putting 1,005 and there is this green being returned if it is not written properly, right? So the same thing I want to test. So it's about the sample data from which from where you are taking. Other cases, this summary data is going to be the same. So that's it. So this is about the second case, and just write the third one, then execute all of these together. So the third case is about red. Red is there when there are more than 10,000 cases, right? So I'm just putting more than 10,000, down 10,005. So this will be red. So I can put tally under here, right? So here alert service, what is there? Absolute lockdown. It is saying absolute lockdown, right? So just copy this one. Right, and measures to be taken is being returned here, right? So get summary data. So we have tested all the cases here about the green, orange and red, right? So these are the three business logics that are coming here and being written alert is stated. So we are covering all the scenarios, so the coverage will be 100%. So all the blocks, all the possible conditions that are there under this method, we have written the test for those, right? So let me execute this all together, all the tests together, and see. So here the display name I have not changed, so let me change that after the execution. Yeah, all the test cases are passing properly, right? So let me change the 10,005. When we have red, so it means 10,005, and when we have this 1005, and here we have 100 cases, not the thousands. Display name is proper, should be proper, right? So yet the alert, so data equality we have seen, and one thing we are missing here to compare the behavior, right? So that will be coming into picture. Mockito dot verify, what I want to verify, this whether this is being called or not, right? COVID-19 data provider and times it is being called one time, and what method is being called, get state data, and here I can pass this one, right? So this is the actual value that is there, any state. So I'm just comparing this COVID-19 data provider, so get state method with this argument is being called in this test execution, right? While execution this get, when you call this one get alert about state, you take the string and you call the COVID-19 data provider by this argument. Same thing I am testing here in execution of this test, whether it is called or not, right? By this one, right? So this is the mockito.verify. So I can remove this one and put the static under this one, and this one also, to make it more readable. Oh no, import static call, right? So COVID-19 data provider. So if I execute this and if it is working properly, I'll put into other as well. Yeah, so it's working properly, right? So let me copy this one and put into others as well. So if there is only one interaction, so I can skip it, that's not an issue. By default it is going to compare one time. So this you will this you have learned in the Mockito tutorial that I have explained previously, right? So red and Delhi, I have to change this one, remember, get state data, otherwise it is going to fail. And here I have to pass this one, right? And now execute all the test cases from here. Yes, all the test cases are running properly, right? So now this test, all the scenarios of this method has been covered, right? Now coming to the second method, so it's extremely simple, right? So it's just returning this one, get summary data. So there is nothing fancy here, no business logic is here. So just Mockito and just returning that Mockito is working properly or not, right? So just go ahead and write this one. Now write the mock behavior here, fan COVID-19 data provider dot get summary data dot then return summary data, right? Now create this variable here, new summary data, right? So I have to create the instance of setup date time. So shown dot now. So these are the data that I have initialized to populate the summary data, and it is being returned from here, right? So now call the alert service dot get summary, get overall summary, right? So it is going to give me the actual result. actual summary, right? So this is the actual one that is being written, so I'm just going to call this one to compare this summary data. So what is being whatever I have set here must be written from here, right? So just compare this one, assert equals actual, this is the expected one, so we are just putting summary data, actual summary data. So this is the expected one and this is the actual one, right? So why do I know the same thing is being written here and same thing I'm putting here, right? So as per the business logic that we have written, it is in the way that it is. So whatever is being written by the get whatever being there should be no change of whatever we have written from here, right? So if there is any manipulation into that, that will be detected by this test one, right? So that is why I have written in such a way that actual and the expected are same. Whatever is being written, it should be written from this method as well, right? So this is the exact here. So put the test annotation summary test, right? So this is now execute this, it should work properly. Okay, yeah, it's working properly, right? So now alert service test is complete, right? So as per the diagram, if I show you this one, so we were writing the test. So actually DTU test you do not write manually, that is being tested automatically when you are testing the services, right? So you have test the alert service and you have mocked the COVID-19 data provider, but also I have to test this COVID-19 data provider class as well, right? So let's go ahead and next write the test for this one, creating the class and putting test under here, right? So now come to the source code of this one, right? So close other classes from here now, just to avoid any confusion, and I need this only. So coming here, we have this URL and we have this REST template, right? So I have to mock this REST template by these behavior, and how to do that. So first of all, I have to put the REST template, right? So test REST. So this is the actually unit test that I am writing. So I'll be creating the REST template. So REST template private REST template and mock this instance here, and now private this class data provider, right? And this is the actual class that I am going to put under test. So inject mock, so this is the actual instance that we'll be creating by putting the REST template into this one, right? So I have two methods here as well, get state data and get summary. So first I'm going to write the test for this one. So actually this method, this is the API service, so this should be public to be accessible outside the package, right? So void get state data test, right? So this one, and putting the test annotation and putting the display name. So after this, let's see what data I need to mock. So this is the REST template dependency that is being used here, COVID-19 data provider. So let's see which method it is. So REST template dot get for object, this is being called here. So I have to mock this behavior, right? So let's write that code here. So when mockito.when, just remove this one to import the static method to make it more readable. So when REST template dot get for object and any string, put it here, and then for second one I need any type, right? So if you see, argument matches.any, right? So if you see this get for object under here, so we have this class type, not the object type, right? So I have to write this any. So any type that is passed here will be honored, that one, right? So when this is happening, then return what it is returning. It is returning COVID API data. So create the instance of this one, right? So this is what it is returning. So now I have to prepare this data, and this is a bit complex data that I have. This is the complete JSON that is being written from the third party API, right? So what is that API? This is that API is this one, right? So this is the API that is being written by the REST template. So this JSON data I have mapped in this COVID API data, right? So I just have to create the sample data, and I have to set everything that is being written from here, right? So let's start doing one by one. So COVID API data dot set data, I have to set the country data here, and create the country data object here. So new country data. So in a while, so I have to put the values here as well. So countries dot set summary, I have to set the summary as well. New summary data, and inside the summary data I have to set the thing, set total. I mean, let's suppose it's 100. Summary data dot set deaths. See, let's see, 2 deaths are there, so I'm just setting the data that is there, right? So I have to discharged 1, confirmed cases Indian 90, cases 4 and 10, and then the last one is the update time. So set it shown date time dot now, right? So current time it is being here. So this is the country data, this is the summary data that I have set here, and this is being set here, right? So now coming to the second one, so country data dot here, COVID API, and in country data I have one more thing, uh, dot set, we have set regional, right? So under regional I have state data, right? So I have to create that as well. So state data, new state data, and it is taking those one as and this array, right? So I'm just passing SD, right? So for now, this under this array only one state data is there, because for comparison I need only one, right? So it's not a point of putting all the data, right? So that's a part of streaming. So now set the state data dot set deaths. For example, 4 deaths are there. SD dot location, set tally. So this is the state data that we have populated and set under this one, right? So COVID API under country data, we have set both the things. So how many things we have? We have summary and regional. We have set both the things, and set it into this COVID API data, right? So let's see what other things to set under COVID API data dot set success true, COVID API data dot set last origin update, last refreshed set local. No, it's taking June datetime dot now. So just that's it. These are the data that we need for our this COVID API data, right? So these are the sample one. So it's a pretty large one, so I can extract this one into another method, right? Just to make it more readable, extract method, get COVID API data, yeah, refactor it, right? So I can just call it here. One line will be, we will reduce one more line, right? So get COVID. So when this is the case, return this COVID API data, right? Now it's time calling the actual test that we want, right? So get state data dot get state data, and I have to pass the data. So for example, I want the data for DALI, right? So what it is returning, introduce local variable state data DALI. Okay, so now I have to compare the state data, all of this one by one, with the expected one, right? So what is the expected thing that we need? So you remember, for assertion we have one method assert all, right? Where we can write the multiple assertion. So when you have to compare when you have to compare more than one thing from the same object, it's nice to use assert all to group those things, right? So from DALI, what is the first thing that I want to compare? I want to compare the LOC location, and what is the location? DALI, it should return always, right? So this is the expected, and this is what that I want. So in the same way, I'll be comparing other things as well, and here putting comma, and here the next thing to compare is get number of deaths in Delhi, the sample data. Now I have to see the sample data what I have set, right? So the total number of 2 deaths are there, right? Just format this one. So these are the data that is being written from there that I want to compare, right? So assert all I have put. So if everything goes fine, if get for object is returning this get COVID API data, right? So that COVID API data will be here, and then it is the business logic that is in the get state data. It will get the regional, it will filter that one with the state that you are passing, it will find any. If it is there, it will return from there, otherwise it is going to give me the empty state data, right? So just go ahead and run this test and see how it is behaving. We are getting that one. So here it is any string, so just we are passing DALI here and comparing this one, and same DALI state I have given here. So the case is failing. See what is the problem? Null pointer exception. Yeah. So where it is failing at rest template. So this is somehow null. So yeah, so I got the issue. So you use the inject mocks and at the rate mock annotation, but forgot to initialize those mocks. Mockito annotations, you have to call the init mocks this, right? So in the previous test I have used this init mocks inside before each setup, but I can use that in the constructor or instance block as well. That is going to work perfectly fine. Run this again. Okay, so yeah, now there is assertion failure. Expected 2 but actual 4, expected 10 but was 0, comparison failure. So the thing expected 90 but actual 1000. So there are data mismatch, lot of data mismatch. So let's see what is going on wrong. What's going wrong? So here we have state data, summary data. Actually the problem is here, right? So state data is here, the thing that we compared is summary data. While writing this one, we wrote the summary data, but we had to write this one. So we have 4 deaths, 0 foreign cases, and confirmed cases Indian. We have 1000. See how quickly you can find the problem and see correct your the business logic as well as the expected data, sample data that you are writing here. So at least summary data and state data are somewhat similar, right? So the attributes, the things are same, so that is why there was confusion. Still there is some mismatch, so but now we have only one failure. So what it is saying, comparison failure 90, expected 90, but actually it is giving 1000. So for which parameter it is giving me? So I can go there and see this one, assured call and 48. So this is the problem, confirmed cases Indian, right? So confirmed cases Indian here 1000, right? Yeah, so this also should be 1000. So now it should pass. So this is how you can debug your test as well, right? So how to fix that cases. Okay, so it should now, this is now working perfectly fine. So now you may be noticing here under COVID-19 data provider, COVID API data has a lot of things, right? But I need only state data. So the relevant data for the mocking is only state data. So why am I setting this is summary data? That is not needed at all, right? So we are just interested in state data, so I can go ahead and remove this one. Instead of remove, I can just comment out that one, right? So I need only state data, success and last reference, these are also not needed. Only country data is needed. Under country data we need only this set regional, right? uh, uh, no other thing, so I have just commented that out. So actually for the second case I need it, that is I have commented it out. We'll remove it in a while, right? So this is what it is going to return. So there is if I talk about the number of scenarios that it has, one case is that your REST template is returning something relevant and it is being written from there. But 45, the state that I'm passing here is not matching with the result that it is returning. So what to do in that case? I have to cover that case as well, right? So data test, no data for a state, right? So just update this one, no data found. So now in the second case, here I have to I want to pass some state for which there is no data here, right? So the sample data that we are creating, in that list we have this data for Delhi only. So if I pass any other state here in our test case, I'll be able to get the empty state data that is not there, right? So for example, I want to pass another state, Maharashtra. Refactor this one, refactor, rename, and put this one Maharashtra, right? What location I'm expecting from here? This one. So actually when I get the data for the Maharashtra, this state data will be empty, so I'll be getting nothing here, right? So basically it will give me null, right? And if it is empty means everything is 0, so it will be populated with the default value. Default value means 0. Now run this one. Now second case is passing also, right? So it did not have the data about the Maharashtra, that is why it has written the null data, the empty state object, and we have compared here, right? Now coming to the third case, now both the cases we have covered. So this method has two state, one when it has the data about the state, one when it doesn't have the data about that state. So we have covered both the things. Now coming to this one, get summary data, right? So it has this line of things, and go ahead and write the test for this one. So this is the last one, right? So putting void get summary data test here, I'm putting the test annotation and things will go same. So here what I have to mock, the same thing, right? So same mocking I need here as well. Get but here I need for get COVID AP data for summary, right? So let's create this method, and here it should return the same type that is being written from here, right? So because, and it should also contain the same thing but little tweak. So I just here we are interested, here we are not interested in the state data, so I'll not be setting the state data but this one which we already have prepared, right? It will return for me this one. Now just mocking, we are done very quickly. So COVID-19 data provided dot get summary data, right? And what it is returning you, take that into a variable some data and now call the assert all, right? And inside that compare the things one by one. So under summary data, let's see what we have. We have total, confirmed, deaths, and all this. So I have to compare all of this. So go ahead and compare this one. Assert equals, and under summary data we have data dot get this one, and this is 0. So because we have not set it, so it will get the default data. So summary data set total set, so I'll be comparing each of these. So these are the all are the comparisons that I have written. So these are the three things that I'm doing here. So mocking the behavior, calling the actual data, and comparing the data with the expected data, right? So now we are all good to run this test. If everything goes fine, it should pass. So running the test cases. Yeah, so all the tests are passing, so all the comparison is proper, so the tests are passing. So summary data test is also successful, right? So this is how. So till now we have written the test, we have wrote the test for all the classes that are there, alert service and data provider. Apart from this we have alert controller, right? So for that also I have to write the tests. This is, so these are the one liners: get overall summary, get alert service, and this one, right? So now go ahead and create the test for this class and write the, so the controller test is going to be a bit different from the previous one, so I'll explain you while writing the test, right? So this is the controller test where I am going to put it under controller, move this package to here under test one. There is, so this test is going to be a bit about the uh, a bit of integration test, right? So under controller is just a delegator kind of thing, right? So when you see, there is no business logic here, but it's just calling this one. But apart from this, it is doing a lot of things. It is intercepting the request, it is getting the state, and it is using this get mapping and this one get mapping summary and all those stuffs, right? So it is doing a lot, all of this one, right? So instead of covering this under unit test, it's good to write the integration test for the controller and mock all this alert service, right? And alert service and data provider, we have tested that separately, so that is going to be fine, right? So I'm just going to write the integration test for this controller, so that is the best that we can do. So to write the integration test, first annotation that we need is at the rate Spring Boot test, right? After Spring Boot test annotation, there is one more annotation, that is auto configure mock MVC, right? And there is one class private mock MVC that is there. Mock MVC, it helps in calling the endpoint auto wired, and the dependency that we have alert service and use the annotation. So this is mock bean annotation. These are few new annotations that I'm introducing. Mock bean, so it is when you are writing the integration test, it is loading the context that will be this alert service will be initialized automatically and will be part of the context, right? And that's it, we done. So we can now start writing the test. So in the controller class is get alert about state, right? So just call this one and this, put the annotation test. I'm skipping the display name and all those things, you can do that. So how to call the endpoints? Mock MVC, there is one method perform, and under perform I have to give the endpoint that I want to call, right? So we have India name, and under that I have to pass the state tally, right? And expect status, there is here status dot is okay. So 200 status I am expecting here, right? No, put static method and this one, so it is throwing some error. So here it is so this is not the string, but I also have to pass the uh, method type. So this is the, when I say controller, so I'm coming here, so it is the get mapping, right? So there are other HTTP methods, put, post, so I have to specify that as well. MVC request builder, here it is. So here I'll be getting this get one, and here I'm passing the URL that I need, right? So I can import the static part of this one just to make it more readable. So it is throwing some exception here, so just throw that one, and I'm expecting the status as okay, India. And so I also have to mock this we have here as we were doing the under unit test. So alert service dot get alert about state, so I can pass any string here, then return. I have to create the one instance of alert, and under alert status I can set the alert label, for example green, right? And expect status. So here we are just comparing the status whether this endpoint is there or not, right? So the purpose of this controller is to test the same, not the data that is being written by this one, because this is just the one liner, right? There is no business logic out here, so I'm just comparing the status. But you can go ahead, let me show you the status content comparison as well. And expect, we have content here dot, I can compare JSON, and here I have to pass the JSON string to compare. So what it is going to do, whatever content actually being written by this one is going to be compared with this one, right? So I can actually start the service and pass this one and see what alert status it is giving me. But for now I can just leave it empty also, and I'll show you how you can put how you can fill this one, right? So go ahead and run this test. So the difference between this test and the other test that we have written, this is the integration test. Why I'm calling this integration test? Because it is actually going to simulate the server startup, context loading, and inserting on all the dependencies and calling the endpoint the same way that it is being called actually by the clients, right? So there is some problem here. So let's see what is this. So these are the things: get India, Delhi, it is body is coming null here. So why alert controller get alert about the state, you name this application JSON. So response status is 200, and here body is giving me this one alert we have set, that is why it is giving me. But these things I have not set, that is why it is giving me. No, that's okay, not a problem, right? So this is the body that it is giving me. And JSON unparsable exception, so that's okay. So because the JSON string is not in proper format, was not in proper format, but I got this one from the comparison so that I can put it, right? So this is how you can put the actual data, and you just have to see that whether it is expected or not. Whatever it is written, I'm not just putting alert label green. I have set here measures to be taken, summary data. When you are writing, you can actually put this one, and instead of null you can put those actual data here, right? Yeah, so test is passing now. So if I say this India and state Delhi is working properly and expect the status, and all of this is working. So under state I can pass any other string as well, Maharashtra. So it is not comparing this state in general, right? So any string I gave it, it is going to give me the green label now, because this, now we are just comparing that part, client to controller, client coming to controller, and after controller is being tested in the unit test part, right? So this is the important point to understand. In the same way we can write the test about summary, that is there. So just write this one, get summary test. So in get overall summary, here it is, right? So it is giving me this summary data, right? So I just have to change where is this alert controller test, and I have to remove this one. Now I need summary data, new summary data is here, alert service dot get overall summary. It is not taking anything, that is why I am giving it empty, and just give st, right? So I'm not just setting anything summary data, because everything here it is just just this one primitive data type, it is going to be initialized with that one. So I'm just going to live with that. I'm just interested in comparing the endpoint, whether it is being called properly or not. So the endpoint is summary, right? So is okay, but JSON it is not going to match with this one, so that's okay. I'll be picking, once I run it, I'll be picking that from the debugger. Get alert about, so yeah, so actually we executed the previous test here, so I just need to execute this one. That's the mistake. Yeah, so this is failing, and I know it will fail because we have this status is 200 coming, but content is not being matched here. So I just need this one. I need this body here, copy from here, paste it here, right? So if I execute this, so see, total it is giving 0 confirmed cases and discharge. So this object, summary data object in JSON format is coming here, right? By this test, I'm just checking that this India summary endpoint does exist or not, right? And the content that it is giving here, I'm just mocking that one here. After this test, let me this test is passing now, right? So both the tests are passing. So now let me simulate one test where I'm just testing the incorrect endpoint, right? So invalid endpoint, right? So it's, so I do not need this one, I do not need this summary as well. So for example, I'm just passing some incorrect value, right? So there will be no content, I know for so sure, and status in that case will be not found, is not found, so it should pass. So I expect the status to be not found. It's important one, that is why it is. So what it is returning, same thing I'm saying that I am also. So the two parties, you are the one and other is the system is also saying that not found, you are also not saying that it is not found. So both of you are on the same page, right? So there is no conflict, so it's a green light. to go ahead, right? So finally we are done with all the test cases and we have learned a lot. So in this integration test we have introduced Spring Boot test, auto configure mock MVC, this auto add annotation about this mock MVC class, mock bean, alert service, and this is how. There is a lot to learn about the Spring Boot test. You can go ahead and check out the documentation, but for most of the services that you are writing, so this simple knowledge is going to work sufficiently. So if you find any issue and want to cover anything else, put that in comment section, right? I'll be covering that as well. So now we have completed the testing of all the classes. So now we have executed all the tests individually. Now let's see how we can execute this test, all the test cases at one time. So when you, this is the complete application, right? COVID-19 alert service. So if I come to terminal here and I want to create the artifact out of this one, so we have this clean build. So if I execute this one, it is going to execute all the test cases and will give the proper report for us, right? Clean build and wait for the things to be executed. So it is going to pick the test to execute it under this one. It Gradle format or Maven that you are using. So it looks for the @test annotation and the test package here, right? So it is going to scan this folder, this package, and everything it finds @test annotation, it is going to execute that. So it is executing this one, right? Alert controller test, 0 test, 3 test completed. And when you watch the unit test series, you will see you will find that there are many more flavors about unit testing, and the decoration, nesting, all those things that you can do. So I have not covered that. I just wanted to show you that how you can write the simple test for the microservices, and JUnit series is another part. So this is executed properly, right? So let me show you the report here. Here is the build. Let me refresh this one so that I get the complete data. Refresh data, test, reports, index.html. Let me take you here. So 11 tests, total 100% is passing. All the details you can see here. COVID alert service, it is the context load by default. When you create the project, it comes there automatically. Controller test is coming here, alert controller test, 3 test cases, proper timing and all those things you can see here. Service, there are 2 classes under service package. So these are the tests, proper display name, method name, duration for all these one, right? So this is how you can generate the report. And the important thing with this one is, right, so if there is any business logic change, you have put any change in the business logic, and if there is any single test that is failed, your artifact is not good, your build is going to fail. So let me just introduce one error here, right? Suppose there is business logic change and you have changed the status from green to green one, right? So how it is going to affect? So it is going to fail, and in the report I'll be able to see which tests are failing exactly. Then I can go there and fix that one, whether I want to fix the test or business logic. That's up to the requirement. One test is failing, right? So let me go here. So no artifact is being created here. If you see the build and see the report here, so this artifact is from the previous build execution, right? Not that this one. So if I show the test index.html and show you here, there is one failure here, 90% successful, one failure. So this is the failure and green one, but was green, right? So you can see the proper logging here, and you can come again here and fix this one. So this is how writing tests can be helpful in maintenance of the service and all those stuffs. There are some best practices about writing unit tests, but this video is going too long in covering the unit test as well. So all those things I'm going to cover in the subsequent video. So let me show you the plan. So this is the page. We have covered Mockito. We have written this service from scratch, And now we have covered the unit test of microservices as well. Congratulations. So next I'm going to cover the code coverage about this one, and here in this one I'll be talking about the best practices about the unit testing and what you should do and what you should not do as well, right? And code coverage all about, and subsequently code coverage integration test also I have covered here when I'm talking about the controller testing, and then mutation testing, and all few more topics are going to come here, right? So I'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.